Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, 3 guns and ammunition discovered in package at a logistic facility in St. Andrew. The Hunts Bay Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the seizure of 3 illegal guns and 50 rounds of assorted ammunition in a package at a logistic facility on Thursday. The police reported that personnel at the facility scanned the package and discovered anomalies. The police were called in. The package was searched and a .357 Smith & Wesson pistol, a Springfield pistol, and a Ruger pistol were discovered along with a quantity of bullets. The items were seized. No arrest has yet to be made. The investigation is ongoing. Man fatally shot in alleged shootout with police in Spanish Town. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the fatal shooting of a man by the police during an alleged shootout in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Dead is 38-year-old Anthony Kemar Richards, otherwise called Ganja, of Marchpen Road in Spanish Town. Reports are that about 5:30 a.m. on Thursday, a police party conducted a cordoned and search operation in the Marchpen Road area. Upon entering the premises, Richards, who was reportedly armed with a handgun, fired at the police. The fire was returned. He was shot and injured, and according to the police, a 9mm pistol, affixed with a magazine containing 1 round of ammunition, was seized from him. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. Couple suspected of hardware scam arrested in Manchester. A man and a woman have been taken into police custody after they allegedly defrauded a hardware store in Mandeville of material. Police theorize that the couple and others are involved in a multi-million-dollar scheme to defraud hardware stores in Manchester, following a series of recent reports from business proprietors. Police said the couple visited a hardware store on Manchester Road earlier this week after making checks over the phone about the material and receiving banking details for the establishment. They ordered the things and claimed to have lodged a check in the hardware's account, and the hardware gave them material on Monday, but before they returned today, the hardware checked the bank account and realized that it is a fraud, said a police source. The couple returned to the hardware store on Friday morning. They came back for additional material, and the investigation was ongoing, so the police arrested them, added the source. Angry vendors protest the continued closure of Boston Jerk Center. Angered over what they described as the prolonged closure of the Boston Jerk Center in Portland by health officials due to unsanitary concerns, jerk vendors on Friday blocked the main thoroughfare to protest the lockdown. The vendors have lashed out at the public health inspectors for what they are alleging is a deliberate attempt to frustrate them, arguing that they have met the requirements prescribed by the local health authority following the closure on September 6. We were hoping for reopening of the facility yesterday, but were told that we had to undergo some training through Heart Trust, a vendor who gave his name only as a Mikey said. Yesterday, public health inspectors carried out another assessment of the facility with a decision made to keep the Boston Jerk Center closed to the public. Councillor for the area, Athley Cleary, has encouraged the vendors to adopt best practices in ensuring that they can not only earn from their livelihood in a sustainable way, but to also ensure that proper health practices are adhered to. The police were at the scene, and the roadway only had a single-lane traffic at the time, as the protesters earlier used the stones, bottles, and other debris to block the main thoroughfare. The roadblocks were mounted about 5 a.m. Friday. Dangerous precedent, PNP against attacks on the media. Chairman of the People's National Party, Dr. Angela Brownberg, says the party condemns the recent attacks on the media. Brownberg says these actions are dangerous and may put the lives of journalists doing their jobs at risk. There has been industry pushback on AI-assisted videos that are circulating on social media platforms, making claims of political bias in the media, particularly about the Gleaner and the members of its team. On Monday, a video with the names and the faces emerged accusing 6 senior Gleaner journalists of being linked to and used by the opposition PNP to sabotage the government. In condemning the videos, the RJR Gleaner Communications Group has called the claims false and misleading. I believe this is setting really a dangerous precedent in our country, Brownberg says. She says while there may be disagreements with the media attacks, especially ones that are personal, should not be supported. The People's National Party is very clear that there are going to be times when we have to call the media out on what they have said or how they have interpreted a story or something we have done. That is in the normal cut and the thrust of business within which we are, but we certainly condemn any attempt to identify individuals and doing it in a way that calls attention to them, that could set them up and could make their lives difficult. She added, the media doesn't always say things about us that we like, opinions differ on issues and the positions we take. All of that we understand that. There is no problem in challenging a story's point of view or challenging a perspective that someone has, but when you move it now from the action that the person did or argument the person made and you focus it on the person, then that now becomes a whole kettle of fish and is something that I believe we should not turn a blind eye to and we should definitely not ignore. Brownberg says Jamaicans should stand up against these kinds of actions. I believe the videos are dangerous. They are dangerous because what they actually do, because of the content and how they frame the argument being specific about individuals and how they talk about them, it is almost as if they are fingering individuals and you are saying some things about them that could incite others to make it difficult for them to do their jobs. And so I do believe it is dangerous. I believe those who are doing it should stop, and I believe those who are close to them should tell them to stop, and I believe at the end of the day that we have to set a standard for how we deal with things like these. The Press Association of Jamaica has condemned the attacks. We will not stand idly by while our members face harassment, intimidation, or smear campaigns. We urge all Jamaicans to join us in condemning this attack on press freedom and reaffirming our commitment to a free and independent media, the PAJ said Monday. During Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at the Jamaica House, Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, when quizzed about the government's silence on the matter, denounced the attacks. She stressed that the Andrew Holness administration is very much committed to press freedom and that everything we have done has demonstrated that. On Wednesday, Jamaica Labour Party General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang said the party was not responsible for video referencing the 6 Gleaner journalists and that the JLP would not condone such activity. Chang was responding to a letter from the Gleaner editor-in-chief, Moya Thomas, who raised the concerns about the safety of the journalist and urged the party to use the force of its executive to publicly and unequivocally distance itself from the video. The JLP General Secretary said the party's executive would remind its membership to temper their responses to perceived attacks on the leadership of the party. He added, "We will take steps to safeguard the professional safety of any rank of journalist, to cover events nationally and or seek information, to write reports related to any political party." St. Catherine North Police report reduction in major crimes. The St. Catherine North Police are reporting a decrease in major crimes when compared with the corresponding period last year. Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, head of the St. Catherine North Police, has attributed the successes to the initiatives undertaken to reduce the crime and address the fear of crime. Superintendent Nicholson said the police have been targeted in efforts to disrupt the gangs and their activities and restore order in the town centers.
As at October 8th, murders, there's a 26% reduction in murders, that is 68 compared to 92 in 2023. Rape, 22 compared to 30, that's a 26% reduction as well. Robbery, 16 compared to 37, that's a 56% reduction. There are slight increases in shootings and break-ins. Now, we have identified some issues in the break-in. We have identified some persons And in 2 of the communities, we have arrested 2 persons, and that has contributed to the reduction in the rate of break-ins. And we are pursuing at least 2 more persons as we speak. So there are 3 more fatal collisions last year over this year. However, with regards to fatalities, there's 1 more. And I will just want to use this opportunity, as the persons here are always underground connecting with citizens in the various divisions. I just want you to implore them to use the rules of the road. A lot of these collisions could have been avoided if persons were using the roads properly, adhering to the rules of the road, reduce speeding, taking care when you are approaching intersections, and also looking out for other persons, looking out for other road users.
Thank you everyone for watching, and see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.